Hello again. First, I'm going to take this aside to talk about a couple things. One, yes, I have seen in the new promotional short of Black and White 2 with Mei, and that's Mei, the female protagonist of Black and White 2, and Cheren. And he keep talking about how they want the old anime gone and had to replace it. I mean, I don't know about if I'd stop planting it, hinting the one we have with Ash and Pikachu, but I'd welcome other universes. This is in Pokemon. I mean, they're still talking about adapting special into a TV show. I'd like to see some live action films of it. Maybe people care about the material and maybe have them all similar to Transformers or Star Trek films. I mean, still gotta consider that Pokemon's still relatively young and serious compared to other franchises that is just, I mean, but I'm not entirely ruling out making a serious Pokemon show. I mean, yeah, G.I. Joe Resolute, that essentially is really dark G.I. Joe where Cobra essentially wipes Moscow off the face of the earth. And we can look at Transformers Prime, where the grid of the apocalyptic thing of Power Rangers RPM. So anyway, I don't know about, what I had to say is I don't know about getting rid of the old anime, but adding to it. That's what I'm for. I have a cut here to talk about subject matter. Alright, now this episode is going to have a bit of fighting to it. It's just that the Clubsplosion, which is what they're going to call a Dynamite. Personally, I like the fighting to motif to it, since even though I like the Club Battle again, it was really fun, but this one is really more action-oriented, considering how they focus more on direct combat. The way I title the episode, it's that you can tell that I played a lot of fighting games in my youth that had Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Smash Brothers, and even a little bit of Power Stone in there as well. So yeah, no, I really like watching this arc in Japanese. So you can tell how yeah, I'm really looking forward to this for a while. And now I'm glad I get to talk about it. I'm gonna do so. So got one more cut here. Now that I've gotten one of my usual, I've gotten something new, that just an intro 3 minutes of rambling there. Do Pokémon BW Rival Destinies, this episode 22 review, who the Clubsplosion Begins. So I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit. That it starts off with the usual gag of Bianca getting into a body of water. And it's cut up to right there finding out about the Clubsplosion signing up for it. That Trip is there, and it's apparently it's pronounced Conkeldurr, the biggest evolution that I've been pronouncing it Conkeldurr from just having the games to go on, not having it pronounced in the show at all. Well, once again, Langley, he is there. Wait, not Langley. She's called Georgia in the U.S. version because it should be easy to remember since we have a plural named Georgia. Just more of that. Right, now we've got and Burgundy is there. She hasn't gone up in rank at all, but yet she's still ranting about Silent and how she's going to be better than him. Yeah. And then we actually get to the tournament, and we actually see the comparators. That Aki, the kid with a big pompadour of hair. Here it's called Angus. Yes, and yes, he still has the knife comb. I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of pause in this video. That trying to speak louder, clearer, slower, but still, I'm getting a lot of feedback on my elocution, and so I'm definitely working on that a bit more. That now Becky and Shaggy are called Betty and Getty. Okay, so it's weird. Flora keeps her name, and Grace is called Gail. I'll check with the fan in her hair. And and Masomi, who acts a lot, is very pompous, much like another Masomi, one in Durarara, is called Montgomery, and of course he gets an even stuffier voice for this version, and actually more full of himself, with him in his throw. In the games, when I got my hot throw and sock in order to take on Lenora, I named them Ryu and Ken. And I think maybe in Black and White 2 comes out, I got lost whether I'm going to name them Kazuya and Jin or Scorpion Sub-Zero. Just depends on how many characters I'll need. Right, back on track to the episode. And Edmund more or less keeps his name, but it's just spelled a bit differently. And he not only looks like a bum, but he sounds like one. I mean, change, buddy. Yeah. Anyway, it starts off with the Edmund fighting Stefan, and in Japanese I went really crazy with the names, but here, Pokemon Company International is not really doing anything. But it's gonna get. I wonder how they're gonna do this for the rest of the arc. It's gonna be a lot harder doing that. Yeah, he fights his. Anyway, Stefan Sock fights a Seismitoad, and just even though it has Swift Swim, manages to win after he gives a low blow to his leg. Seismitoad's leg takes him out. And there's also this another Bianca bit with Bianca constantly falling over her Sock's build. And also second battle of the episode, we have Ash and Scraggy facing Angus and his Semi-Sage. Semi-Sage has a kind of peppy voice, and Angus has this really odd voice. He's douchey, but in a different way than Montgomery. The fight is really well shot here. That we actually get to see some great effects, and it was pretty funny that at first Scraggy mistook Angus for the Semi-Sage, and then once Angus lost, his hair just deflated. That just went. That the pompadour just went totally flat after that. And so, anyway, once we got a good end, and it got a good beginning to Clubsplosion arc, and I was really, even though the changes were not what I expected, really pleased on how the job handled it. That this could have been handled a lot worse, but I'm really excited for this. I mean, I'm also still working on getting my Pokemon Conquest game. I'm also going to try and get enough cash to pre-order and start making payments in some Black and White 2. I mean, the October 7th release date to go. Right. So, with all this talking, I think this might be one of my longest episode reviews ever. And it's time I'm concerned for my bigger videos, but I'm going to render my verdict. I'm going to give this episode a standard 4 stars out of 4. So, a great 4 stars out of 4. But, come on. Some guy gave me a comment on how my Ninja Turtles update video that about how I was talking. Took care of that. But anyway, that's all I have to say. In class notes below. I think maybe I'll try and talk a little bit better in next week's video. I will see you later.